A time for News Extra 752 at KNEB, brought to you by Intralinks. Here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis, and good morning, everyone. Very pleased to have Nebraska State Patrol Captain Jamey Balthazor here to tell us about a number of things going on with the State Patrol right now, including, you mentioned this right before we got on the air on the FM side, that we have a pretty good streak going right now, right?
We do, Kevin. We're today is day 50 fatality-free out here in the Panhandle. It's the longest streak of 2016, and we're just awful pleased that we haven't had any fatality crashes since November 1st now.
Yeah, is that a big long? That's like a big long streak, even if we were talking any other year.
Yeah, it's a really good one. Our actually the longest one that I'm aware of was, I believe, in 2013, and we went 97 days back then. So, but this is a really good one. There's some families who are going to be spending some holidays together with no tragedies there, and that's what we're very appreciative of.
Yeah, so obviously people did a good job last week, either staying home or driving very carefully.
They did. We had a few crashes, none of them horrible. Our Cardier crashes are starting to kind of subside a little bit here. We were running about 10 or 12 a week. Now we're down to just a couple. So that's those are nuisance crashes usually, but they certainly are a pain for those folks who are involved in them. So people are putting their seatbelts on and making good choices.
That's one of the other things. You guys are going to do your drink and drive, you lose campaign, but seatbelts also during that campaign. You have the sobriety checkpoints, but you're also checking for seatbelts as well, right?
Well, we're always checking for seatbelts. The single most important thing you can do when you're out on the roads. Approximately 80% of fatal crashes involve an unrestrained occupant. So if you'll put those on, even if you're involved in a crash, as harsh as it could be, if it's a bad crash, even chances of surviving it'll go up dramatically.
Last crash I had, the last accident, if I didn't have a seatbelt on, I might not be here.
Might not have been here. So what we continue to put our focus on there on those seatbelts, and right now we're kind of pivoting to you drink, you drive, you lose. That campaign's going on across the state right now. Troop E out here in the Panhandle, what we did, Kevin, was we're taking that money. There's some overtime money that the Office of Highway Safety is providing. And what we're doing then is taking it and doing sobriety checkpoints. We've been doing them every Friday and Saturday during the month of December because it's Alcohol Awareness Month. Last week we got froze out. We were supposed to be in Bridgeport and up in Rushville, and we just felt it was probably better not to be standing out there when it was 15 below for us or for the folks coming through. But we'll be back at it this weekend. I think we're scheduled down in Kimball on Friday, and then we have one scheduled up here in Scottsbluff on Christmas Eve. So we'll be out there making sure people get to and from their travel destinations as safely as possible.
All right, very good. And people always ask us, Bill mentioned this on the FM too, and I've had other people mention it to me too. Why do you guys always let people know where the patrol's going to be or where the police are going to be during these checkpoints? Well, it's basically to remind you guys, don't drink and drive or you're going to get caught, right?
You know, success of our checkpoints isn't the number of people that are arrested for DWI. The success is determined by 50, 60, 70 days in a row without anybody getting killed on the roads. That's our goal. There's various different ways we go about getting there, but at the end, the goal is just to make sure that everybody gets to and from their destination as safely as possible. If we tell you where they're at, and that helps you decide to find that designated driver, if you're at a Christmas party or whatever, get that designated driver, get home safely. Make sure everybody you're sharing the road with does as well.
All right, very good. We'll talk more with the captain right after this break.
Is your wireless computer network secure? With their years of professional service, you can trust Intralinks Technical Solutions to keep your small or medium business computer system up and running. Not having a secure wireless network can put your computers at risk. Call Intralinks at 632-6590 to have one of their highly experienced techs set up, troubleshoot, and secure your wireless network. For weekly tips and information, friend Intralinks on Facebook at intralinks.net/Facebook.
All right, we're back on News Extra. We have Captain Jamey Balthazor here from the Nebraska State Patrol, and reminding you once again about their big sobriety checkpoints we were just talking about. Runs all the way through January 1st. You drink and drive, you lose. They have them all over the Panhandle. You'll be in Kimball and up here in the Scottsbluff area this weekend. So just be careful out there, and know you need to have a drunk. Need to have a designated driver.
Yeah, we don't want a drunk driver.
Right,
we want a
designated driver, right? Okay. One of the other things we want to talk about is emergency road assistance and kind of checking the road information stuff before you go on a Christmas trip or whatever, right?
That's right. Check the weather. Make sure that wherever you're going, the travel path is hopefully clear and there's no snow. Now, in visiting with you and Bill earlier, sounds like I haven't looked all the way up to Christmas yet, but it sounds like maybe
maybe a little snow.
Some snow. So make sure that the trip's worth it, and you can get there safely. Plan to go a little bit earlier. Those slick roads cause you to slow down. You need to slow down. So just extend that travel time a little bit, so you're not in a big crunch to get to Christmas dinner. I know I'm always in a hurry to get there. Good food, good spending time with the family. So leave a little early. Make sure you take a winter, kit to get there with maybe some snacks and some water in case you would happen to get stranded due to various reasons. And then if you break down or if you need some help, if you need us to send a trooper to help you, we got that star 55 on your cell phone, and we will send somebody to your aid if you need some.
All right. Very good. How are you guys doing as far as manpower right now? You guys in good shape?
We're unfortunately we're down a little right now, Kevin. We're short a trooper up in Gordon and short one in Bridgeport and Scottsbluff. We're short some staff out here. We're doing the best we can. The guys are out there working hard, and gals are out there working hard. As we've discussed before, our communications center, there's a consolidation process that Troopy is going to be affected by, as far as we're going to lose our communications center out here. The State Patrol has been going from 6, and we're in the process of going to 3. The Norfolk Center closed about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and the one out here and is going to be next. Looking at probably early spring this next year. We're actually already being dispatched on occasion out of North Platte. That's where we'll be dispatched out of moving forward. And as attrition takes place, we've already started that process.
So what do you guys think about that? It's fine as far as you're concerned?
Technology is an amazing product, and we're trying to leverage it and use it to save taxpayers money. And unfortunately, that means out here it means we're going to lose a few jobs. But in the end, it'll be a cost savings for the state, which we believe is a responsible thing to do. And with the technology the way it is, I can actually turn on my radio right here in your studio and talk to a trooper in Lincoln without any issues. So it's not how it used to be. That's a lot different. Much like your radio is much different.
Yeah.
It's that digital trunking system,
Yeah,
and
right.
it's a lot different now.
Yeah, it's a new era. All right, very good. Better let you go since you're headed over to Lincoln here.
Yep, head to Lincoln. So you guys have a safe weekend. Let's keep that fatality-free streak going.
All right, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Kevin.
All right. We appreciate Captain Jamey Balthazor from the Nebraska State Patrol being here today.